Welcome, Aquarius. I am your host, Lord Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me. I have pre shuffled the deck, and what we're going to do is the love, the career, and angel oracle readings as usual. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your love life, Aquarius. Dear God, what is in store for Aquarius love life? Okay. Okay, so this is what I have. It says calling in your soulmate, okay? It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so maybe some of you Aquariuses have been praying as of lately, looking for some direction and some help with your love life because some of you may feel that you've lost your direction in love. Okay, and it says finances and career. Okay, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And the last one we have is new love. Okay. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So maybe you've met someone new, Aquarius, and I'm not sure either you want to know if this person is your soulmate, um, because it looks like you've been praying, and then with the new love, it looks like your prayers have been answered. Okay, but the problem that stands between this is your finances. Okay, let's ask the cards if you've already known this new love. It could just be a reoccurring feeling of love, or maybe you actually have met someone new. Okay, is this someone new that Aquarius has met? Okay, so it looks like you feel a great deal about someone. Okay, maybe you're going to feel a lot of love about this new love, or perhaps you already know this person. That's why you feel a great deal of love, like if you've established some type of love for this person. And it shows that like you want to take some action in love. And then there's family. So maybe you met someone while you were visiting family. Maybe your family introduced you um, to someone new. Um, hmm. Or maybe you consider this new love like they feel like they are part of your family, like you do have some type of family with them. Like you feel a sense of belonging, like you belong with this person, like you envision yourself having a family even with this person, like so much love, like a lot of love. Or maybe you look at this person like their family or a little sister or a little brother, and you're like, like you're probably wondering and questioning why. Do you feel this way? If this is such a great match, why do you feel like this is your little sister or your little brother? Because it's almost like you want to play, but yet you want to be serious. Like you're almost confused as if you don't know whether to love or whether to play. If this is an existing partner, you might need to leave the childish ways behind, okay, in order to move forward in some type of stability. Um, Let me ask the cards one more time. If this is a new love, is this a new love? I feel like Um, okay. I feel like you've been talking to someone, perhaps communicating on the phone or internet, preferably on the phone, and you like them, they like you, you feel like the situation is all good, but you just don't know what to do, okay? Like you're in suspense. Let's see. Is Aquarius having to choose between two lovers? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Here's the Tower. Something has already happened. So you had to choose between two lovers, and something happened in the midst of that. Okay, and the Queen. It looks like the Queen. She burned down your tower. Okay, she set that tower ablaze. She's sitting right there next to it. Okay, so she's probably looking at the fire like, ha ha, yeah, burn that bitch down. Okay, because you can't play with the Queen of Swords. She's a bad bitch. Okay, so if you're gonna handle her, you better handle her lightly and with love, or you're gonna find yourself out in the cold. So that's what happened. Possibly now you're faced with this last option that you were trying to decide with, and destiny made a decision for you. Okay, so that's what happened. Now you don't have to choose. Destiny chose for you. Okay, because you were possibly unsure. Okay, I don't know where the insecurities or whatever came from, but if you were still trying to decide, destiny chose for you. So if you're praying now, like, God, I don't know what just happened. I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this card here. This man, right, it says calling on a soulmate. So somebody's praying, okay, that either the person that left them come back, or sometimes people don't really know until the dynamics change in the relationship. When change happens, then people can gain perspective. So maybe that's what had to happen in order for you all to see the light, okay? And, now you're having to face the new love, like, okay, well, this is what you're going to be working with, okay? So be happy with what you prayed for. Maybe this other person leaving helped draw the connection closer in with this other lover, to where now you can give them that one-on-one time and figure out if they're really for you or not. And if they end up not being the right person for you, the other person that basically walked out of your life, you're going to feel really fucked up about it. And you're going to be praying. You're going to do a lot of calling on the Lord, for them to come back. And I'm sorry to hear that, but right now your finances are in question. So I think everything in your life is probably falling apart right before your very eyes. And so maybe you need to pay attention now that love has probably, is not really necessarily by your side. You probably have this new love, which can be your friend, that can help you through the process, being the support system. And if that turns out to be the love of your life that you're supposed to be with, then hey, by all means, you'll find peace, and you'll find peace and love. You'll have someone that'll help you build your life back together again. Okay. Oh yes, let's do career. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. Oh, this one is flying. So there's some type. This is a live card right here. This is the Two of Cups. Okay, so there's some type of bond, some type of energies that are going on in this career reading. Let's find out what's going on. So your career needs some type of balance. Okay, I want you to see this. This is an angel right here calling forth balance. Okay, balance this shit out. Whatever you're doing at work is not working. You need to start looking for another job, as already suggested in your last reading, Aquarius. It shows that you're more it's like you're emotional right now about what's going on, and you're watching something at work. You're being forced to watch something, okay? And I feel like you're more like, don't know, I feel like you're emotional, like you're really emotional right now with work. And it shows some type of victory. So at the end of the day, maybe it was meant for, whatever that's going to happen at work is probably going to leave you emotional. And it's going to feel fucked up. Like, this is wrong. This is crazy. Oh my God, now I'm faced with this. But the angels are saying, well, you already knew you need a balance with that. You're not going to be able to make this a career. So you need to go back to school or find a job that is more career balance. Okay. And this is why the victory card is coming up. I know it may seem like, why is someone charading, raining on my parade? No one's raining on your parade. Basically, God is saying, if this is not what's going to bring ultimate balance in your life, and you're going to need to move career wise, you need to do it now. There's no waiting later. So this is probably a painful move that you've been wanting to put off, but now is the time, and you are going to have a broken heart, okay, in your career sectors. Having to see something painfully unfold, and you're going to be moving. Okay, you're going to be moving away from a job, and you might even move homes. So you might be moving out of the city into another city, and it looks like you're going to be partnering up with someone. Okay, so it looks like probably some type of karma, Okay, like when you got with this person, it seems like there was a shift in your existence, and it led to a broken heart, some type of bond. Or maybe you have a bond with someone at work and you thought they wouldn't let you go, and they actually did. There's some type of shift that has happened. Yeah, and it's a blessing in a disguise. Okay, so God is getting ready to offer you something, maybe another career, but you have to be able to be prepared and have your eyes open and start working towards planting your feet on new grounds with a new career, because opportunities are steadily being grasped by people that are willing to take a hold of those opportunities. So this is something, it's still unfolding. Things are still unfolding. So if it hasn't quite happened, it's about to happen. It's you're going to start seeing the signs. That's what I feel. Matter of fact, I feel like at night, you're probably up very upset. I feel like you're going to be very upset at what was offered to you in forms of walking papers. Okay, and you're going to be like, now what the fuck do I do? This is a king on his throne wondering. This is a king of wands. This is the man of creativity. He's wondering, what the fuck do I do next? Okay, you've been comfortable on this job for so long. Now it's like you don't know what to do. So, has this happened to Aquarius? Well, it shows that you're spending more time at home, or it's still a happy home. Okay, maybe you still are surrounded around people. Yeah, but then the devil is showing up. Okay, so. Or maybe you are spending time at home having sex with different partners, calling up people, maybe just kind of stirring up trouble. You have some time on your hands, okay? Here's a bunch of women in the backdrop, okay? So maybe you're calling a bunch of women. Here's the devil right here, finding yourself in some type of mischief, some type of trouble. So maybe that's why your love life suffered, because you had too much time on your hands and you're not focused. Okay, or maybe the devil is in the midst of your friends at work. That's going to ruin a happy home. Okay, let's see, 2 more cards to finish up the reading. So yeah, you're gonna be feeling pretty fucked up really soon. Okay, and here's the King of Swords. So just be prepared to take some action and do something about it. And it could be a man boss, at work that's gonna probably let you go, or maybe this is you having to harness up some powerful energy to get yourself up off the fucking ground, okay? You're going to be feeling pretty low pretty soon, okay, Aquarius? So I really wish you all the best with that. And sorry for the news, for the big shakeup. But there is a shakeup coming because you've already had the Tower in your love life. So a tower just really seems to affect almost every aspect of people's lives. So it's not just you, Aquarius. It's a big shakeup for a lot of people. It's a shake up and shake down going on. And just so happenly, you were next to receive your tower, okay? Some people haven't received their tower yet, but their tower is coming. You know, it could be a good shakeup or a bad shakeup. You know, sometimes the shakeup is needed in order to put us, you know, in a landing on basically common grounds where we need to be, you know, some, and even on higher grounds. So don't look at this as a bad thing. It's just God shaking things up and letting you land where you need to be in life. Okay, so what does the angels want to convey to Aquarius? Okay, so it says cleanse and detoxify. Okay. It says when great love and it says with great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of our newly purified body. So God wants you to take on a new body, okay? Maybe it's time for you to detox your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, just everything. You know, you need to pay attention to, being in toxic environments, being around toxic, negative people. And, maybe people can't read you right now because you're sending off, strange vibes, and people are picking that up, and they're feeding you back negative energy, and you're like, why is everybody throwing shit on me? Well, there's something that you're emitting right now that's not, it's not sitting well with the universe. So try not to it's time to release some things, okay, about yourself and your body. Okay, you got to release. I feel like cleanse and detoxify, that's what your body does. It releases impurities and take a hold of, if you take baths with essential oils, peppermint, eucalyptus, and stuff like that, your body can release toxins and suck in new purifying agents that will help in renewal. Okay, so opportunity to forgive. Okay, maybe it's time to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Okay. Change in direction. Okay. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. Okay, so whatever direction you're going in is not ultimately fulfilling, and you need to stop, okay, and readjust, your beliefs. Okay, your beliefs are in question. If you're holding grudges or something like that, it's saying the opportunity to forgive. Maybe someone in your past, is blocking or hindering your future relationships. Okay, an opportunity to forgive yourself. Maybe you guys are just self-sabotaging yourself, and it's like, why are you doing that? You don't have to. And it says change in direction ultimately. So whatever you're doing right now, you're not doing it right. Okay, you don't have the right approach. Okay, and you need to start cleaning out your closet. You clean in your house, your body, your spirit, everything, your job, your life is undergoing a cleanse. So you're going to be, when during the cleanse, people don't want to lose stuff. Like if you got to clean out your closet or something, it's time to start throwing some shit out. A lot of people don't want to throw things out that they've been attached to for many years. So if you're still holding on to memories, people, that are toxic, it's like, you're doing this to yourself. because you're failing to allow new energy, new things to manifest in your life. Things can't manifest if you're holding on to the same shit day in, day out for many years. Okay, so when you clean out, areas of your life, you will allow God to manifest new things that are for you, that will help you along the process, then hinder you. But you need to gather some discernment. And know, what it is that needs to stay and what needs to go. Okay, so you're the one with the direction. It's like a ship. You're the one that's sailing this ship in a direction that you want to go. And if it's not fulfilling to you, then you can only blame yourself. Okay, I know outside circumstances can be a bit much, but ultimately, for every change, it brings forth a reaction. It's all about how are you going to react to the change in your life, Aquarius. Okay, so I really wish you the best. You've got some work that needs to be done, plenty of progress that can be made at this time. Please focus on the things that is most necessary and critical to you right now, Aquarius. Okay, until next time, thank you so much for joining me.